Chapter 25. Dangerous Things. Marcus prepared for his weekend with Diana. He could pack lightly. Most of what he needed was already at his family's house. With bag in hand, he braved the bad weather to reach a freestanding single-car garage at the back of their property. He carefully lifted the splintered old door to reveal his family's most prized possession, a blue Tahiti 25th anniversary Lamborghini Countach. The car was so ahead of its time that 40 years after being built, its exterior still looked futuristic. The Lamborghini wasn't like new, it was new. His mother had loved the car so intensely that she'd put less than 1,000 miles on it during her lifetime. As Marcus shut the vehicle's iconic scissor door, the volume of his world fell away. No rain, no street noise. He closed his eyes and inhaled slowly through his nose. Pop culture said that by depriving one sense, humans could increase another. Focusing on the smell of the car's interior helped Marcus conjure up memories of his mother. The roar of 450 horses broke the silence as the Countach came to life. It was dangerous to reverse the car without hanging halfway out the open driver's side door. The vehicle had been designed with moving forward in mind. Marcus's tiny garage made that maneuver impossible, so he had to rely on muscle memory. Diana arrived on foot in time to witness his act of blind faith from beneath the safety of her umbrella. Marcus parked, then ran to hug her. "Let me take that for you," he said, grabbing her small bag. "It's good you're traveling lightly. I don't have much of a trunk." "Is that your car?" Diana's eyes widened. She'd never seen the Countach since their romance had been confined at campus or places accessible by public transit. "Come get in." The engine's purr was drowned out by the unrelenting rain. They were finally alone. "This is incredible. It feels so snug." Diana glanced around. "This car is probably worth more than the duplex I grew up in. It was my mom's. She left it to me when she died." "Forgive me, sweetheart." Diana's voice lowered. Marcus hadn't shared the details of his parents' death with her, and as a psychologist, she understood not to pry at such a sensitive topic until he was ready. "I'm excited to see where you grew up. I think it'll give me a better sense of who you are and what makes you tick, you know?" Despite her code of ethics when it came to prying, Diana never missed an opportunity to analyze something once he'd opened up about it. But she was right. Growing up in the mountains had defined him. The car's monstrous windshield wiper furiously flung the rain aside. The large performance tires and extra-wide frame made the Lamborghini feel invincible as they raced against the weather's onslaught. The interstate was empty, allowing Marcus to speed through the surrounding environment. The acceleration was different from floating during Subsumption, he thought, smiling at Diana. She was glowing as she smiled back. He hadn't seen this side of her in a long time. Diana was intuitive, which made Marcus nervous. He couldn't wait forever to tell her about the cohort. Even if this weekend succeeded in resetting their relationship, he questioned if their bond could survive his full disclosure about the Federation. "When did your mom buy this car?" Diana asked. "The more I look around, the more dated it feels." "Sometime in the 80s. It was a gift from my grandfather since she was the first person in her family to graduate from college." "So she was already rich?" Diana asked. "Yeah, my grandfather made his fortune selling Italian cookies in grocery stores. He paid for her to go to college, and she did the intellectual heavy lifting. Technically, he paid for my college, too." "What were your grandparents like?" "I only know from stories I've heard. My parents were old when they had me. Anthony basically grew up as an only child. I arrived in his senior year of high school. My father's parents and my mom's dad were all dead by that point. I was 5 when my mom's mom died. I have spotty memories of her." "I didn't have grandparents." "They've all passed on?" Marcus asked. "Not sure, but probably not. My mother hopped trains to LA when she was 15 to escape her Greek Orthodox parents. She turned 17 the day I was born, so I assume they're still alive and operating their diner somewhere in the Midwest." "What about your father's parents?" "Never knew him, so I have no idea. I wanted a grandmother so badly when I was a kid. Now, as an academic, I appreciate the important role they provide for our personal development. I never forgave my mother for denying me one." Marcus and Diana raced out of the city, beyond the grasp of suburbia, and into the mouth of a colossal canyon. The river running alongside the narrow mountain road was swollen from rain, and heavy clouds cast a perpetual darkness. "This road is really narrow, especially for how fast you're driving." Diana furiously twirled a lock of hair. "Don't worry, it fits 2 normal-sized cars." "Where are we?" "The Uinta National Forest. This road is by federal design, but it cuts 20 minutes off our drive. Plus, it's prettier than the other routes, when you can see things. Diana's tension was rising faster than the river. I've driven this 1,000 times, Marcus assured. I doubt we'll see anyone. You can relax, we're safe. Diana shot forward as they passed a sign for Timpanogos Cave. This is American Fork Canyon. Yes, Marcus replied. Why? Ted Bundy dumped Laura Ann Amy here. Am I supposed to know who that is? She was a runaway he grabbed on Halloween in 1974. They didn't find her body until Thanksgiving. Somewhere right around here. Marcus was the uncomfortable one now. Diana sensed it and explained. Before we met, I completed a master's thesis about the celebrity status of mass murderers, genocidal governments, public shooters, organized criminals, serial killers, those types. Okay. During my research, another student told me about Bundy and this canyon. He said there's a small cave nearby people go to because they think he kept Laura captive there, which isn't true. Mormon kids in my high school thought paranormal stuff happened in this canyon, Marcus mused. They blamed most of it on devil worshipping. The stories usually involved some tragic female figure, so I'm sure the Bundy connection fueled their fire. Marcus's car climbed the winding road. The clouds faded as their elevation increased, revealing the domineering mountaintops covered in densely packed pines. 1 millimeter of vertical movement per year produced these dramatic peaks, but this was a misleading statistic, because the landscape instantly jumped 12 feet when the fault line slipped. Despite any imaginary evil, Diana sighed. This is a beautiful place. Marcus's car seemed to perform better as they passed the summit and descended into Sundance Canyon, like it knew they were home. Normally, the alpine loop they were driving wouldn't open until Memorial Day, but the lack of snow and rapid onset of spring made it navigable months ahead of schedule. Diana ran her fingers through Marcus's hair, sending chills across his body. The scenery really changed. She was right, Marcus thought. This side of the mountain was dominated by aspens and a thick bed of forest ferns instead of tall pines. The microclimate on this side of the mountain is special. It's why Sundance has always been a resort, even for the Ute Indians before Mormon settlers or Robert Redford. The film festival guy? He was an actor too, Marcus clarified. I know, my mom was obsessed with his movies. He bought this entire canyon to control its development. It's sad. They had to close the resort months ago because there's no snow. Why is it called Sundance? After the Indian ritual? Indirectly. It's the name of a character Redford played who was part of the Wild Bunch gang. Speaking of mass murderers, the Sundance Kid never killed anyone during their bank robberies, Marcus explained. He got his name from Sundance, Wyoming, which is named for the Indian ritual. Have you ever seen the dance in person? No, they don't do rituals here, at least not the Indian ones. What does that mean? Every year around Pioneer Day, thousands of people used to climb the mountain at once. My dad did it as a young transplant to Utah. They shut it down a long time ago because it destroyed the environment, especially the waterfalls. There's a waterfall? Diana shot forward again. A few. Stewart Falls is the closest to my family's house. If the rain stops, we can go. It's a fun hike. Diana was wide-eyed as they drove through Marcus's neighborhood. I've never seen anything like this. I had no idea people lived this way. In the mountains? Marcus asked. With this much personal space. The houses are so spread out, set back from the road and hidden by trees. What are they? The trees? Yes, they're beautiful. They have eyes. Quaking aspens. Are there wild animals here? Diana scanned the horizon. A bunch. Moose, bears, rams, cougars, bobcats, and turkeys. I thought turkeys were from Massachusetts? There are huge flocks here. They shit on everything. It was a bad joke. Diana backpedaled. Benjamin Franklin wanted them to be our national bird. Turkeys? Yeah, he thought eagles had bad moral character. Why? Because they use their size to take whatever they want. Might makes right, Diana replied. How do you know all these little facts, sweetheart? My parents taught me, Marcus said as he pulled into the driveway. We're here. Diana's eye was drawn to indecipherable inscriptions over the home's front door. What do those say? The first says, know yourself, and the second says nothing in excess. They're Greek maxims from the oracle at Delphi. The third is Italian. It says, abandon all hope, you who enter. What does that mean? Diana squinted. It's my father's dark sense of humor. I don't get it. It's from Dante's Inferno. It's inscribed over the gate of hell. Marcus turned off the car, All was quiet again. Diana leaned over the center console and kissed him. Thank you for bringing me here. I realize what this means for you. For us. Marcus stared into her eyes. This feels like a first date. Diana smiled and kissed him again. Let me give you the tour. Diana was speechless as they entered the house through its media room. You could fit my entire childhood living space into this area. The hardwood floors are gorgeous. What are they? I'm not sure, Marcus said as he led her to the main landing. Through that door is Anthony's part of the house. Don't go in there. Will he be here this weekend? Diana flexed her jaw muscles. Not this weekend, Marcus clarified. A winding set of stairs led them to the second-floor dining area. This house is incredible. Diana paced around the wooden dinner table. I love all of your parents' art. It's so eclectic. My family traveled a lot. It's from our trips. It looks like you had some incredible adventures. We should go somewhere together. We'll see, Diana dismissed. I'd have to budget for it. Marcus showed her the rest of the house, pausing at the family's third-floor library. My mother wanted this in the house because her parents, as intelligent as they were, never owned books. This is amazing. Diana stood on a small rolling ladder, and Marcus gave her a push, sending her across a short wall and around a soft curve to another. It's peaceful here. Marcus led her to the master suite, situated at the highest point in the house. When it's clear, you can see the entire valley. This is your parents' room? Diana whispered. It is. Marcus peered through the room's large window. Do you sleep here when you visit? Sometimes, but we'll stay in my room off the kitchen. There was a pause as Diana inspected the space. Are you hungry? Marcus asked. I'm starving. Follow me. I have something special for you.